Uh-uh. So I'm trying to see the delay. So I'm trying to see the delay. All right. Well, so I'm trying to see the delay. All right. Well, okay. So we're gonna continue with the way it is right now. I there's gonna be a delay, so if there's messages, it's gonna be a minute for me to see them. But I guess we can continue with what we're doing. I mean, um, okay. So sorry that I'm still figuring this stuff out, but it is what it is. This is just to document the issues with deported veterans and marginalized veterans in general. We're trying to figure out um, how to do things better and how to get some results from politicians. So, what I want to do with this is talk about how this started 30 years ago. Uh, oh, okay. See, so it's showing me that I got an error. Please configure both primary and backups streamed correctly. The compare open. So, warning. Please configure both primary and backup streams correctly. The comparison of the stream failed because one of the invalid configurations. Okay. Well, we go to stream settings. All right. Well, guess we'll figure this out. Please configure prom currently. I don't know. I thought they were matching. Apparently they're not. Okay. Well. Okay, so hey James, thanks for dropping by. And YouTube live stream control. I'm still working this out, so I haven't really gotten into the subject of giving all the information. I'm finding trouble with the stream software is not matching the YouTube software. I don't know. Which corner? Okay. So that's an issue that I'm gonna have to deal with later. The configuration of the primary and the backup, they're not syncing for some reason. But all right, I'm gonna continue with just general information. Um, I put this up just because I was just testing it out with the different inserts of information that I had ready uh, for transmission, but you know, having an issue with stuff. Um, Here we go. Oh no, did it go? Mm-mm. So, you know, still figuring out the controls, but I'm working on a lot of stuff. It's hard to figure out how to we want to start and what kind of information to put up because it's 30 years of information that need to be put together. So, uh, 30 years. It started with Bill Clinton, the Immigration Reform Act of 1996 that took away the judge's ability to weigh the cases according to its merits and decide whether somebody was should stay in the country or not. That's what happened in immigration 1996, which created all these problems that we have now. But it's the problem actually started kind of like right away. Right away, some senators in the East Coast, actually in New York and New Jersey, put forth the first bills to try to stop the deportation of veterans. That was 98, 99, and then September 11 happened in 2001, and all no talk of immigration was ever done after that. Um, you know, they had supposedly fixed it in the mid 90s, and so in the 2000s, no, it's not a problem. Of course, it was a problem, and now we're here too. But Politicians always come and go. They say they're gonna help, and then they they do their time, and then they're bounced. So I think that's something that we need to the bills. Shoot. Let me see. Um, I had it in one of the screens, but the only one I have there is that one. Bills, 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 bills. Oh, look. So if we're going by bills, we had in 2003, 2004. There was one by who put this one in? Jim Colby from Arizona in 2004. Nobody signed up to that. HR 4818. And in 2017, there was an HR 3103 by Texas Democrat. It got 10 sponsors, a bunch of congressional records to be submitted into the congressional 2017. Another bill, the one that Tammy Duckworth introduced. In this session of Congress, she introduced it in 2017, 2018. Back then it was S 1704. And then Grijalva, which was the originator of how has evolved into what it is right now. And this is the one that I was helping to push. And on the second time around, we got 65 sponsors. That was with active soliciting to specific members of Congress that we had uh, looked into. So this one's 2017. Let's see. Because there's so many of them. 16, 20, 22, 22, 2004. Okay, so one of the earlier ones, and this is the guy that started putting them, Jose Serrano, representative from New York. He put the Fairness to Immigrant Veterans Act in 2003, and he had previously done it before. See, so he did it in 2001, 2002, 2000, in 99 to 2000, and this is the one that I wanted to focus on because this was the first one that I've seen really. Um, this the first one in 99 2000. I think there was another one in 98. But HR 2287 is one of the first ones that I have been able to find, and it was done by Serrano in New York. The interesting part is that it was introduced in 99, and so the sponsors there was 20. Then he resubmitted the same bill the following year, which was just before September 11th, and this one only got two sponsors. Then he introduced it again the following year, and the following year after September 11, it got zero people sign up on it. So this right here, specifically this bill, tells you how the support for veterans was initially there. Because if we look at the co-sponsors that were on the first bill, there's got to be a Republican here or there, no? There was a Republican, uh, but she's not there no more, I'm assuming. So think about this. In 2000, there was 20 people that supported this bill, and there was one Republican um, congressperson from Florida, Representative Ross, Representative Ileana Ross Lehtinen, and she got out of the Congress in 2019. But this shows you that at some point there was actually some support for veterans to not get deported, but that that didn't go anywhere. Well, fucking do the research. Sorry, man. It's just that um I don't have the I have a printout. I should be able to put that up, but what I was trying to do is put them in order, put them in a timeline because they're a little bit somewhat in the timeline there. Which one you want? But really, the first one that I find is that guy from New York, and I remember in my the first time I did the research back in 2013. Um, there was I remember that guy from 98, 97 because I looked at it. I'm like, look, it popped up right away. Like the problem started almost immediately after IRA went into effect in 1996. And then, the process that it went to. So immediately they started picking up people. And until somebody told this congressperson in New York, and then he started submitting bills, but then he got shot down. So that's one thing that I'm gonna be including into the presentation that I want to be putting together and trying to um put as much information to present to people and make sure that they're making educated opinions with the information they're being provided because like I say, man, this has been going on for way too long, and people come and go. Like that congressperson showed that she's no longer around, but at some point she voted to bring us home, and I'm sure there's got to be others, but okay. So let me see. I'm gonna see if I can put that on the chat. Okay, let me try that. Looking at this. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, so So going too fast. Can find it. Looking. Didn't know about any directly for veterans until Filner did private bills. No, man, way before Cervantes. I'm putting it up on the chat. Oh, okay. Uh, let's see. Let's so that worked out. Let's put more more data on that link. Right here, you can see the people that were on that bill. I'm gonna try to see if I can put this on. Uh, there was a bunch of other private bills that I did find as well. 99 fairness. We are zero. because they also introduced that one from the Senate, and on the Senate, it got zero sponsors. Oh, look at this one. But I don't think this one doesn't have. Is this before that too? There was another attempt, but it wasn't specific for veterans. It was a Crime Prevention and Family Protection Act of '96, HR 2942, 92, 2992. There's a bunch of stuff, man, on deported veterans, even on Congress. So personal letters, personal for individuals. There's one here for Lance Corporal Jose Gutierrez in 2008. Obviously, it didn't go through. Let's check it out. Copy. There's another one here. And that's the other thing, man. You gotta. uh, I'm happy for all the young TikTokers, but this is it's quite a bit of work. It's a lot of stuff. And it's fun. It's fun, but I want to do other things. But right now, what we need to do is consolidate our information, look at what has worked out for us in the past, what hasn't, and what can we do to try um to fix it. I mean, it's not enough to get a politician nowadays. 30 years of deporting veterans is not enough for them to say, "Oh, we're gonna help." No, man, you need to do a little bit better than that. And I think that we need to be a little bit more, um, not so gullible. uh, I don't like politicians, man. I just don't. I don't like Democrats. I don't like Republicans. I don't fucking like politicians. I I just don't know. I think that I grew up believing that politicians represented us, and therefore most people I knew growing up that there were voters, they would vote for whoever represented the best of us. If you got somebody that was cheating on their wife, oh, they were done. If you got somebody that was making money on the side, selling information, whatever, you're gone. Now it seems to be the more you can get away with, the more popular you are. And usually, the more you can get away with is talking and smack about the other side when the ones that we're stuck in the middle as citizens, we're just um, we're just watching tennis, man, fucking back and forth, and they never gonna do anything. So at some point, we gotta grab that ball and be like, "Nah, man, you're not gonna play if you don't fucking set the rules of the game." And the rules of the game are: if you serve in the military, that's your pathway to citizenship. And for whatever reason, uh, regardless of what kind of service you had, once you swear in, you become a U.S. national, and that needs to be fixed and needs to be recognized. And that's something that we should be, as veterans, should be pursuing uh, with the Department of Defense, DoD, because we can probably make certain changes to regulations without having to do a full uh, bill to try to fix this stuff. So that's what I'm thinking of pursuing now. That's where I'm going to be spending some time doing. We're gonna we're gonna push for Tammy Duckworth's bill. It's 3144, currently on the 119th congressional session, and we're also um, lobbying Adelita Grijalva to resubmit the same bill in the congressional side to facilitate the reconciliation of the bills if they were to pass. Which I live in reality. I don't think it's gonna pass this session. However, I think that there might be enough change in Congress and the Senate that we might be able to have a positive effect in the 120th session of Congress, and uh, and it's gonna help a lot if we almost get this bill to pass. Because if leadership changes again in the racket tennis court that we got us going on right now, it's going to be a good way for us to put the pressure on them and be like, hey, man, you did this last year. And now that you actually have some that can be done, it's, um, it's not being done. So we need to try to um, move this forward. And then also continue to pursue other members of Congress that might be on the line or on the fence to try to um, get them on board on this. And once we I got a lot of stuff to do, and so I will commit to at least one or two. I'll commit to two people being contacted per week and posting the video, and that's the way we're gonna do it, or that's the way I'm gonna do it. I am gonna keep on doing this, just like I said, for a record, because nobody's on, so cool. But yeah, it's God bless to everybody, man. You know, so that's gonna be it. I wish everybody the best and see what happens.